Welcome. If you are new, I'm Daniel, and this channel is me practicing general business AI skills in my personal life, and I'm recording it so future versions of AI can use that data to help me learn a little easier. So that's my story. Today's chapter of that story, I am going to cover a tiny bit about me, because I could be recording this and just storing it offline, and I chose YouTube instead. So the TLDR on me, I'm a Gen X 70s kid who, after his freshman year in college, went off to become a famous disc jockey. I'm not a DJ, but Oldies 94.3, your fun and oldies station to the Bob Beaches with 20 of your favorite oldies. Next hour, the Beach Boys, the Beatles, and your local weather forecast. Stick around. That guy. And you know what? I got a chance to do it, and I loved it. And the reason I got the job was, number one, I begged for a free internship. But once I got in there, I noticed that they all use business cards to find clients for advertising. And in high school, I learned how to do a little bit of computer basic coding for whatever that was worth. But I was able to put together a tiny little template and then type in the little business cards from the salespeople and print it off on a dot matrix printer, and thereby creating a CRM for them, which I'd never had before. And it was not coincidental that right after that point, the program manager started having me come in with the morning show at 4 a.m. and started spending time with me, teaching me how to change my voice and make it a little deeper and not so high-pitched. And I'm sure from a financial standpoint, an advisor today would tell me, kid, you should have bottled that thing. You should have sent it off to a professional coder and had them clean it up, and you should have sold it. But that experience got me into television in a production side, a creation side for newscasts, decent sized market, and a bunch of other really neat jobs, all stemming from finding something in the industry I was in that was a need, and thinking up a similar solution from another industry I used to work in and applying that to this job and solving it. And after 15 years with stops in insurance and hospitality and restaurants and fast food and automotive and insurance, receivables, security solutions, hardware, software, stumbled into big data. And the last 15 years has more or less been some variable of assisting the process of the sale of data from one company to another to improve the output in some way by using that data. And that sounds really generic, but data is used for a lot of stuff, right, in a lot of different fields. And that takes us to AI and why the heck I'm doing this. So do you want to know why I'm doing this? I'll tell you why I'm doing this. First, I got to be honest. What I'm really doing right now is a lot of manual manipulation of a not completed RAG integration and trying to use those numbers to dominate my fantasy football draft. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm very busy. And when I have completed my AI-enhanced fantasy football draft domination and perfection, I will start posting a couple of times a week the building and completion of the RAG database, and then some sort of foray into online commerce. So all those small business skills and the automation of them, the customer service, the ordering, payment systems, communication. It's a great starting point for me to sharpen those skills and my communication skills at the same time. Those two actions involve so many commonly used agentic workflows, and it's going to give me a lot of practice in them and give you a chance, if you're not familiar with them, to see how they work and see if you can apply them to your industry. And hey, if you're already doing this, You could very easily be using vastly different tools than I am to do it. You might have some insight on some things I can use that you're using that'll make my process easier. You may catch a thing or two you see here that you want to look into a little further. So that's the basics of the why. And that takes us to the end of this video. And if you are someone that before or after seeing this is thinking, hey, I do want to get more into this AI stuff, then I want to thank you in advance for your patience with the fantasy football silliness. But these are powerful tools, and you can dive really deep into the numbers with them, and I can't stop doing it. But fortunately, the draft's in a week and a half, and then I'm going to be a laser focused on making myself better and doing it in a way that's consumable even to a non-fantasy football fan. Until then, thanks for watching.